What's up, guys? Moonrose from Beast Coast TCG here, and I have a deck profile here from Grayson Schatzer. Grayson, what deck did you bring today to Carta Magica Regional?
The best deck, Crossheart.
Ooh, the best boys.
Yes, sir. So, to start out, the obvious choice. There's no fifth egg yet, unfortunately. Maybe someday we'll get a fifth Pikmons, and then we just can run more eggs for no reason against Sekon. But 4 Pikmons, it's not fair. Draw one's always good. And then, rookie lineups, pretty standard for the most part. 4 Starmons, you need it. It's a draw one if you Digivolve over it, and it's Shotmon, the normal. Your best poke in the game. Just a quick 5k every turn. And then the reason the deck's good, you got your Russian Heritables, it does it all. And the one card that some people play, some people don't. I like Ignite. You could play Star Sword instead, but I prefer Ignite because it lets you extend combos. Because you get to pop stuff and save all the sources. The best part.
Yes, sir.
Next, I got my cross materials. I think it's a pretty standard layout for an X7 build. I got 4 Ballista, and then I got 4 Dorlu. Your only answer to Floodgates, realistically, unless you can get lucky and get a stack out early, then you can use Omni Shout and Digivolve to pop stuff, because he just pops 4Ks. He's not bad. And then Z Gray. You might get the cheeky little swing X5 and then restand with him occasionally, but more often than not, he's just a cross source for X7.
Yes, sir.
And then next, the main part of your deck, and the part that makes it broken, you got your cross targets. So start out 4x3, it's your consistency engine, it's your poke engine, it does it all really. And then the one of, unfortunately. He does it all. Draws 2, pot of greed on wheels, you could say. He's the best. And then I play 2x5. I was debating playing 3 after playing it a little bit more this week before the tournament, but I stuck with 2. It's good most of the time, but the best use I get out of it a lot of the time is just playing it to choke. And then I play 1 king mode, because who doesn't like being able to grab X4 out of trash and use it again? The best. And then 3x7. It does it all. It's a blocker, it pops all their bodies that you care about. It really has nothing to complain about. And worst comes to worst, it's a 13k bomb in security. Like, especially for the mirror, with everyone playing the Merva Cross build today, from what I saw, I only played against one other X7 build. This card was in security so many times. I had one guy swing 12k with X5. It dies first check. Like, I'm not going to complain.
Just feels bad.
Yeah, 3 is a little bit much. You could definitely get away with 2, but like I want to see it most of the time, and I also play so much stuff to synergize with it. Like, it hurts not to play 3, because Ignite without X7 is a lot weaker, I will say. Unless you play Merva, then you have to play it either way. And then the GOAT of today, DeathX. He really he was the call. He probably won me a game a set, like almost. I played 4 crosses today alone. And at least once a set, I would go DeathX lethal. Like, Merva can't play around it, they can't stop it, they don't play Psychmon because it hurts them too much, so it just does it all.
Listen, I just have one complaint right there. Everything else is alt art. What's going on there, man? We need to upgrade you.
Alt arts? Psh, nah. I hate this card. This card is becoming X7 Superior mode next set, and then I don't have to care about this card, because it'll be alt-arted then.
Ooh, okay. Valid. I respect it.
Also, I don't like this card enough to get alt-art. Also, the normal art's pretty good, let's be real.
Yeah, I see it.
And then, Tamer lineup, nothing crazy. This is my only, like, hot take, probably, is 2 Zendro. I don't like it that much, it's pretty clunky in the mirror, and I'd rather have Dorlu played off Akari 90% of the time. But he's good. He's not bad. He does what he's supposed to. Getting a 2 memory body is always good on turn 1, but more often than not, you're just going to play Taiki, let's be honest. And then 3 Akari. It's your best answer to Floodgates. It draws you cards. It does it all, really. She's definitely one of the better tamers in the game right now for this deck, but, I mean, you don't really have any choices at the moment. And then 3 White Tamer. This card is ridiculous, but still worse than Taiki. So you can't. I don't play it at 4. I know people do. I personally don't have a reason to, because I find myself having these in hand a lot of the time in the mirror because you just don't have time.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I just play Taikis. Like, I play 4, and 90% of the time, it is setting up a Taiki on turn 1 with a rookie and calling it a day. And then from there, you just snowball way too easily.
This is very true. I don't believe in 4 Tri-Tamers. 3 is the number, and I can wholeheartedly agree with you on that one.
3 is what I was testing before Nats, before Black Ogre got nerfed, and I didn't like it then. So, like, I definitely don't like it now, because the meta's even faster, because everyone's just on cross.
Exactly.
Which is why you play 2 with Deathx.
Yes, sir.
But, yeah. So, overall, my matchups were, I think, I played 4 cross, 1 mono purple Merva, which was my only loss. I couldn't find Torluz to save my life, so the floodgates kind of destroyed me.
Oh no.
And then I played against Examon, Masty, and Sekon, which are all very good matchups.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we got a good first few rounds of just good matchups, and then the mirror for the rest of the day. So it was a good thing I played 2 Deathx.
True.
But the only changes I would really make is I know some people like Star Sword. I tried it. I couldn't get behind it. It just didn't do enough for me half the time.
Mm-hmm.
And like I just like Ignite as an extender. And like it happened today on Eggman stream. People thought I was gonna play Merva like half the game during our set against Exa, just because they thought because I was playing Ignite I play Exa or I play Merva. So it's just like if people think I'm gonna play Merva and they play differently because they think I'm gonna play Merva, like that's fine.
Yeah. I mean,
but overall, no complaints with the deck. If I had X4 at 2 or 3 or 4 again, that'd be cool, but it's not gonna happen. So
ain't gonna happen, Chief. We ain't getting that.
I just hope that this is good enough for now, and then BT12 hits and I can play it again. But for now, I'm probably not gonna change the list. This card's just always good. It searches everything. My only complaint is this card bot decked Z-Gray way too much today. I think I only had Z-Gray as an inheritable like 2 or 3 times a lot of the time against the mirror, just because like it's so fast you don't have time to like search your entire deck for it, and you just have to bot deck it for other stuff half the time.
True.
But yeah, this card definitely won me a lot of games today. No one's really playing it for some reason. I noticed a lot of people were playing 1 or none, which I still think is crazy. I get that Merva doesn't really have any space for it because I have to play so many options, but I only played against one other X7 build, and I played him in the last round. I don't even think he played it. And like, I get it, playing for consistency is like good, but like, you have mulligans. I don't know. With mulligans, you're so consistent the way it is. Like, why would you not be greedy and play this card? It's a 15k bomb and security. Worst comes to worst.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
but
I might go.
That was, I think, overall.
Yeah.
I think 2 is definitely like, if you want to see it, you play 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, like if you don't think you're gonna see that much cross, play 1 for sure. Still, the card's just good. Like I expected to see Bloom a little bit today. I didn't see any, which I'm surprised. But I really thought Bloom was gonna have a bigger role today. But I think overall, most of the like meta for today's regional was just Merva cross, and then I think that was really it. Like top tables was just full of cross from what I saw, and then a little bit of Beelzemon. I actually played 1 Beelzemon. I think I played him very early on, and his mills were not there, and it was just a quick game.
Yeah, that's what happens when you play slots, man.
Yeah. The slots were not on his side. The one time that they were, it was for like 2 mills, and they were back to hating him again. And I was like, okay, you had me scared for about 2 seconds, but now we're good again.
Okay.
This is the only card I would say if you really don't like him, he's fine with cutting. I like him because he also counts as a Shoutmon. So if I do brick and don't see Rush Shout, he is a good substitute, and he makes any of your cards just better beaters. So like early game, getting an X5 with him under it, he never dies in the mirror. I had him at 14k just swinging 2 checks, and it just never died with reboot. Like it's just oppressive. Yeah, they have to answer it, and most decks, if they're not playing X7, don't have an out. Yeah. But the only other substitute you could have there is like Omni Shout is a good 1-2 for the X7 builds, just because, again, crossing early into Omni Shout is just good. There's just so much tempo. You get to swing and multi-check. It's just good. Like, no complaints there. I will say, one thing that people didn't realize for some reason, Dorlu is a your turn, so all of your Digimon get this effect boosted. So if I swing my 1k Starmons, it is swinging at 3k technically. People did not realize that today, and I had to have a judge called for it, which was funny.
What?
But yeah, Dorlu's a good card. I had in my final round, I had 2 on board at the same time under an X5 and an X3. So my X5 was swinging for 16k with King Shout under it. It's a little big, a little big.
That's a big boy. He ate his Wheaties.
Yeah, but overall, I was really happy with the list. It felt consistent. Definitely wasn't much I would change personally. But I definitely could see the merit for the Murdercross build. I just overall, I think just like X7 is just such a good card, and I just don't see the reason not to play it when it becomes a 16k blocker.
Yeah.
At the least, or like I have it to where like I can make it an 18k in like super rare situations, but it comes up where it's just my guy's an 18k. Good luck. It's on my turn, which is still like good. It's just 18k, it never dies, it reboots after, it's a blocker. Like no complaints here, honestly. The only thing I maybe besides cutting down on X7 for like a Crimson Blaze maybe if there was more Murdercross next time I played, but this is the only regional I got into, so I don't know how to worry about it.
Yeah. Well,
But
Grayson, thank you so much for your deck profile today. Do you want to give any shout outs, any closing statements, and then we can do the thing.
shout out to Luxury, shout out to my Digi Academy homies, and shout out to specifically the people I played against at TCGCon Indy for good testing for this list, because they were the reason I stuck with this list for this weekend, actually.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah. This list actually won, it got me the event at TCGCon Indy, and then I said, screw it, the list did well last weekend, let's see if it does well again.
And it did, it got you 5th place, and it got you
Yeah.
your invite to Nats.
Yes, sir. I believe I was the only Cross 7 build in top 8.
Wow.
I think everything else was Merva Cross.
That says a lot, man. That says a lot. I think this build is probably the more superior version. No pun intended.
Yeah. If only we had superior mode. Someday I'll get my delicate plan on wheels.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, overall, very happy with the list. If you guys got any questions or thoughts for anything you might change, put it down in the comments, and I'll try to read as many as I can. And if anyone plays the list and has any success with it, let me know. I'd be happy to hear some other people get good results with it.
Yes, sir. Guys, thank you so much. If you like the video, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And we look forward to seeing you guys watching all our videos in the near future. Guys, have a good one. Good night.